Hello, doing a beta test to a new game called Frigid, not out yet, but been asked to have a look into it. So this is done on the Unreal Engine 4. It's by Celerital Games. When disaster strikes, the time to prepare has passed. Yes, get your go bag before a disaster happens. I have a go bag. It is full of games and alcohol. You can survive anything with alcohol and games, card games. Um, okay, so basically this is the introduction. This is quite fitting.
This is Red Eagle inbound. Do your copy.
Now, what's wrong with that guy's eyes? Oh, is that a wound? Are you serious? Specimen apocalypsis. Oh, the deer. The deer are freaky. Kind of has like an alien feel to it to some degree. I guess that's what the thing. I guess the thing. Here we have a woman driver, probably. Yep, woman driver. Smash. And yeah, straight into the loading screen. Now I'm not sure about all these. Frigid is meant to be a challenging survival exploration game. You pretty much jump straight into it.
What just happened?
How did we crash and then what? We fell out of the car? Was it an automatic crash? Did the woman just run off? Don't really know. I'm not a firm believer in all these menu pop-ups. It kind of ruins the realism. I think they could have done it just in the maybe in the options menu or something. Put them all in there. Now, when I first played this, because it just drops you in there and there's not really much going on, it doesn't really tell you much. It kind of might alienate some people, as I originally didn't follow the road and I just ran off into the wilderness. The game didn't tell me about my water situation. Tried to drink my own urine. The game didn't allow that, and things went pear-shaped pretty quick. The whole objective is follow the road, guys. And basically, look, I like the visuals. The visuals are great. But this game's kind of like Near Death, and Near Death did the same thing on the basis of you weren't really kind of safe until you turned on the electricity to the building. Here, it's not kind of... You're never safe until you get to the first lodge. And that takes some time. And the thing that aggravated me the most was the game didn't really explain the water situation to me. And I'll show you what I mean soon. And I thought they could do a better job of that. So here we come across the first building. Kind of is a little introduction to safeness. I've lightened the screen up as much as possible. So we've got some toilet paper. Oh, that we're going to use as bandage by the looks of it, maybe? I don't know. Somebody got their priorities right. They got toilet paper. Well, we're getting our priorities right. We're going straight for toilet paper. Okay. Picking up metal, and that's pretty much about it. There's not really much else. There's a bunny rabbit that flies around somewhere here and a bird. I don't know if you can kill it. You might be able to. But look, the visual so far is fantastic. Applaud worthy. And I like the growing, like you hear the wolves in the background. Now I've turned everything down. The other thing I don't like is the wind is exceptionally loud, hence why I've had to do a voiceover. You can't hear. I would like audio options so I can turn just the wind down in itself. Now once you get to this cabin, basically just gut it. Here we have basically just says an evacuation. Children, elderly, women first. And ultimately that means that if you're a man, get dressed up as a woman so you can be the first one out of here. and that's basically about it. Now, the water you pick up is frozen, so you need to unfreeze it. And then you can only do that by a fire. Notice we are too old for this. The snowstorm won't let down. The snow is getting deeper and it's getting colder. The power will probably go out any minute now. It's better to leave now. I don't have the strength to take care of both of us. We have decided to take the evacuation. I have managed to close up and secure the place by storing gas and wood in the shed. And that's a hint of where we really need to go. But as I said, just gut everything, take everything. And you seem to have an endless supply, which I don't mind. I'm actually quite for that. Strangely enough, you can't do anything with this fireplace, which kind of aggravated me. Because you get an axe, you might as well. And you have to press this tab to get in this and craft. So you just basically pressing what you can craft. I'm crafting a large backpack. I don't know how the large backpack works because it says you're supposed to have 40. I'm not sure how you don it on, whether it's automatic, because it's basically still there. It's still getting created at the moment. You see things going down. Look at the maps as well, whatever these are, papers. They don't stack properly. That's another bug. So here with the large backpack, and again this is part of the beta test going through all, I can't really put it on anywhere. It's taking space in my inventory and it doesn't seem to have enlarged my inventory. So I'm not understanding this bug when it comes to the backpack either. So there are quite a few bugs with this game, which I highly recommend that the developers get onto before they release. One of the common mistakes of many developers is they're in such a rush to get the game out that look, your game is fantastic. It's probably one of the best games I've been given to review. Having said that, I would strongly recommend get these bugs done before you release it, and you will avoid for yourself. Now have a look at the snow texture here. That's also, and it gets really ugly at one spot. It just doesn't work. So a bit of tinkering around with the snow texture also needed. I love the howling of the wolves in the background. It didn't scare me, but it did add atmosphere. I wasn't afraid by the wolves. I was afraid by the zombie deer. Spoiler alert. I was like, seriously, what the hell? That'll come in the next chapter. Unfortunately, I'm going to finish this one off after the first chapter. Again, I only just discovered this. I think this was pressing F or something. A lot of the stuff you've implemented the controls to, I would like personal configuration, as somebody else has stated. I really didn't like the tab. I'm so used to pressing escape to back out of these menus that, especially when you're out in a hypothermia situation, it just compounds your frustration. So that did genuinely annoy me. But the water annoyed me because once I used the water, it was like, well, how do I get more water? And the game had no inclination, no idea. So I did not know I didn't go as far enough the first time to realise there's another chapter where there's plenty of water. But you still run out of water in that chapter as well if you're going to explore a lot. And I think that's a downfall of this game, is that it's very easy. So you can see what happens when you press escape instead of tab. It's very easy to run out of water, run out of resources when you're exploring the game. I like to look around. I haven't really looked around in the forest that much. There's areas, other than I went to very first play, did not follow the road and just walked out to my death with no resources. And I just thought, wow, I hope they're going to be prepared for some hate mail. So I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure other people are not going to follow the road and just go on into yonder. So here is where you need to go to crack these two things open. You might need to bend down for this one, I find. It doesn't connect properly. Sometimes it looks like once that's fallen there's another one there, but there's only a few small items, but what that will allow you to do, it's essential you make an axe. You'll pretty much need an axe for the whole entire thing. Just checking the rest of the visuals, the sound, the atmosphere. I like the 2 particle snow system. I like the frost. I like the hypothermia. There's a bunny rabbit. Maybe one day I should go kill the bunny rabbit. Since I am playtesting this, I will consecutively release a few videos out of this. I've only probably about an hour in the game. But I am generally stuck an hour in the game. I don't know what to do. So, but you'll see the first about 20 minutes. In this playthrough, there's a bird up in there. Not sure if you can get the bird. I'm not sure if there are any wolves in this first part or if it's just howling. Well, that explains the howling. So I find coming to this campfire, this will solve a lot of your situations, a lot of your problems. So I always come, it's basically opposite the toilet. And here is where you light it and you put your food in to cook it, and put your water bottle in as well. And that will unfreeze your water bottle. And you only seem to have one water bottle. I could be wrong, but I couldn't find any other water bottle, and that I think is a downer because you kind of want to warm people into the situation. Look, it's plausible, it's passable, but you would need a walkthrough like this one to show people who are saying, again, look at that texture, don't like that, that needs to change. It just ruins the atmosphere. I don't know what's causing it, but they definitely need to change that. And of course you can put the other meat in. The meat stacks nicely, and water. So, but you got to kind of move quickly through this chapter just for the water situation alone, which is a downer because there's probably many things here worthy of exploring, but without I have no idea how to replenish the water. And there should be a tap sink you can refill the water bottle in. I don't mind, it freezing, but there should be a place where you can refill the water bottle, and as of present I was not able to find it. Or give me the ability to drink my own urine. One of the two. Add that in the game. If you want it to be a real life Bear Grylls survival thing, which I'm not sure whether it would be a real life Bear Grylls. As soon as you start to see the zombie deer, it's suddenly it takes a serious turn. Okay, so basically that's you don't freeze once you're near a fire, so you're pretty safe once you got a fire. I don't think any animals attack you. I could be wrong. Don't know. It's hard to say. But I haven't had any animals attack me while I've had the fire going, which I think is realistic. And I just like the the atmosphere of the blood, the dead bodies of the animals around. A nice introduction to what's coming up. And you automatically know something's amiss. So the cooking is a little bit long, because there's ultimately not much you can do other than wait. Maybe fasten up the cooking a little bit. It just, people like to get things done. I'm not sure if you can chop trees or do anything with the axe. So now I've got the stuff going back again. You can pick up any stick. Your kilogram carry load seems to be endless. And there doesn't seem to be any storage chest options other than your backpack. And as I said, I'm not really sure how the backpack's working, because even when you craft a big backpack, I see really no difference. But the visuals is a strong applaud. The atmosphere, a strong applaud. I would even give a strong applaud for the. I really wish this fire would, be operational, or that you could fill the water bottles, refill the water bottles with the sink there, so that you can explore the first area much. But because you have to rush because there's no water refill, I think that does a big disadvantage to the first area. It says it's on Kickstarter, so it's still in its early stages. I really hope they don't rush this. I really hope they iron out the kinks before they. I really hope they don't make that mistake, because they've done a plaudable job. As I said, it's one of the best games I've been given so far to review ever, and that's really speaking of high praise. So yeah, basically you just chop this thing up. And as I said, I didn't realise that. So the first run through, I was just running through without any water, endless death, and I nearly rage quit, to tell you the truth. And I think they need to avoid that, because they might alienate some early gamers, which they really don't need to. This is the cabin. This is where you're basically your safe zone, where you need to get to. Now the flashlight has a bug to it that will be shown in the second walkthrough. I will show you quite a few more bugs in the second walkthrough as well. Second part. I'm just coming up to this. This is an interesting mechanic, and I thought it was fantastic. Basically, you got a sleeping bag, so this is where you reset. That is also bugged. It's a great idea though. I will show you what's bugged about it in the next video, and
I need to find some water.
you don't need to drink water because the sleeping bag will replenish everything. So that's why I'm rushing to the sleeping bag. The sleeping bag will get me into the next chapter. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Be sure to follow the rest of the progress with this, and I hope the developers have got some good from this, and I'll see you for my next video on this. Until then, bye for now.